All right, so I'm here with Geo and True. Geo and True, how old are you guys?
I'm 34.
I'm 25.
Are you guys originally from Arizona?
Yes.
Born and raised.
What part of AZ?
Actually, I grew up right around 17th Avenue. And then I went to school out west. But I've been out here for most of my adult life, right around this area.
And what about you, True?
I have been here since I was 12 years old. I grew up on my reservation in St. Carlos.
So you're Native American?
Yeah, I'm Apache.
Oh, all right. You could have fooled me. You look Mexican.
Yeah, well, I'm half Apache, half Mexican. I'm 3/8 Apache, so I barely qualify for. Because they test your blood quantum to, and then the more like you're breeded out, I guess. Like if there's other races like white or whatever. My mom was with a Mexican man and she made me, so here I am.
And what's your guys' current situation right now? You guys homeless?
Very much so, yeah. I've been home out on the streets for like 2 years. And I mean, honestly, I think it's more of a choice for me personally. I don't know why, but I've always had a job. I've always worked really, really hard. Always worked really, really hard. And it's the first time I've ever been homeless. And so I know what I could do to get off the streets, but something just keeps me here.
Addiction?
Most likely, yeah.
How long have you been homeless for?
Like I said, about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years.
And what about you, True?
Since January of this year.
So you've been homeless for probably about 7 months now?
Yeah, pretty much. But I haven't actually been outside. I've been in mostly like motels and I haven't really been with friends, but just in different motels like the Super 8 or the Budgets or just stuff like that around here.
And what do you guys do out here to survive?
Pretty much anything I can, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different things. I'm not going to say certain things, but, just hustle. Whatever I can get my hands on. Helping other people out too. Like, I'll mow a lawn or whatever it takes. You know what I mean? There's not always bad things, but...
That's good. So you work for yours?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That's
I'm
good.
not trying to steal anything from anybody or, scam people. I don't judge people who fly signs or whatever else, but I'm trying to hustle and get mine,
That's good, man. True, how has it been being homeless for those 7 months?
It's been hot and it's tiring, and I don't know, unless you're inside all the time, like if you have a hotel room, then it's not that bad, but it's hot during the day. But it's like if you have money and you're able to get your stuff together, for the most part, like if you're able to make enough money for a room and your habit, and then like everything else you just kind of come across, I don't know, sometimes people go to stores and they get stuff for you and then you pay them it's like a barter system. So like I got this top the other day for like 2 blues, this shirt, and then this purse I got with it, purse and this top for 2 blues.
Do you guys have family out here?
No.
In Phoenix?
Oh yeah, family. My whole family's in Phoenix, pretty much.
And
yeah. I don't talk to them
What did
at
they
all.
tell you? You don't keep in contact with them?
They don't keep in contact with me. I think the last I seen was my god sister, my cousin, I call her, and she just mouthed some words to me through the window of her vehicle. She didn't even get out and talk to me. My mom doesn't talk to me. I haven't even seen my kids in like 2 years. It's pretty sad, dude. It's fucked up, but that's the decision I've been making.
Why don't they talk to you? Is it because you burn your bridges, bro?
No, it's just because I'm on drugs. Like, I haven't done anything. I haven't stolen from my family. I'm not out there telling them lies. The last time I actually seen my mom, she took me to a detox by my choice. I told her. But she just doesn't want to see me like this.
It's
I don't blame her.
understandable.
Yeah.
And what about you, True?
I talk to my mom every day. I'm constantly in contact with my mom. I lost my phone about like a month and a half ago, and I didn't think nobody really noticed or anybody really cared, like my sisters or any of my family really paid attention to me being out here, because of course they tell me like, okay, get off of the street, get off of drugs, don't do this, don't do that, but it's like there's not too much support in that. They're just like, okay, there's programs, like, they think it's A, B, C, D, like it's easy, like, step 1, step 2, step 3, but it's not that easy, and it's not it's not something that it's just like, one and done. It's like you really have to commit, and you have to have a support system, and you have to have like that positive people around you, like pushing you forward, and it's like if you don't have that, and the person you're with is just enabling you, then you're doing this and that, and it's like it's easy not to get sober. It really is, because there's so many people out here. There's so many ways you can just make money and get drugs and then just be here and there. I talk to my mom every day, though. She tried to file a missing persons report on me because my phone was off. Somebody stole my phone and broke my phone. I had 2 phones at one point, and they stole it. They stole one, and then they broke one, and I didn't have a phone for about like a couple weeks, and then my mom filed a missing persons report on me. She was trying to find me. Finally, my sister was driving around the Super 8, and she saw me, and she's like, oh my God, and she started crying, and I was just like, well, it's not like you guys really keep in contact with me, even when I do have a phone. Like, it was just because my mom wasn't hearing from me. She was like, what's going on? But yeah, so that was that.
Do you have any plans of going back to the res?
The reservation, that's what, so they thought I was dead because there was this trick who was on my Facebook, and he was telling my family that he thought I was dead. So they freaked out, and they thought, since I wasn't replying to their messages, that I was dead. And they were trying to say it was something related, and some of my family from the reservation was like, oh, why doesn't she just come back here? And I'm just like, why would I go back there? Like, there's just a lot of, I'm not saying that's all there is to do on my reservation, but there is just a lot of drug use down there as well. There's drug use, alcohol use. During the pandemic, they banned alcohol from the reservation because there were so many people sharing like big bottles of 40s. They didn't want the COVID to be spread like that.
How's the blues out there in the reservation?
I'm not sure exactly how that scene is down there, just because I haven't been down there personally to experience it. But I know that a lot of methamphetamine goes down there, and a lot of blues do go down there as well. My mom said she's seen a 9-year-old kid doing methamphetamine down there. Yeah, literally. So it's a small reservation. We have about 15,000 members. I mean, it's not all bad, but it's like there's not a lot to do, and then it's just like, people fall into drugs easily because it's like people are bringing them out there and spreading them out, and it's like, it's either you get into basketball and you have you're like a student who gets into sports and basketball, track, running, football, that sort of thing, or you get into like drugs and violence and gangs, and and you think like, why is there gangs on reservations? But there is.
Those movies and music had a lot of influence, huh?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So I'll stay in a room. I have some friends that I stay with right now. We're kind of like coworkers, I guess, and we just make sure like the room is paid, we're fed, we're clothed, we shower, we look good. We're taking care of ourselves for the most part, to where people don't really think I look homeless. It's just because where I'm at, and obviously where you found me hanging out. Like, obviously everybody's smoking over there, and But yeah, so I sleep in a room. Sometimes I don't sleep though. I just smoke a lot of G throughout the night and like don't sleep. But the longest I've stayed up for was like 3 days. But that's the longest. I don't stay up longer than that. It's really long. Without my foundation, I know my skin looks really patchy and gross because of the methamphetamine. So I really just try not to smoke a lot of that, especially. I mean, I like blues. I'm more of like the downer person. I started doing blues when I was like 14.
Damn.
Yeah, well, not blues exactly. It was Oxycontin. Yeah, I started Oxycontin.
How dangerous is it on this side of town?
Extremely.
It's really dangerous on this side of town?
It's really dangerous. I mean, not just because, like guns or violence, it's because of the drugs. Like, I've seen so many people overdose out here. I've seen people, so many people I met just out here die. And fortunately, like, a few of them have been brought back to life, you know what I mean? Like, a guy named King got hit by a car, and everybody thought he was dead for like 2 or 3 days, and then finally it came out that they saved him and he came back alive. Another guy who was out here hustling, overdose on whatever. I don't know exactly what, but they said it was cocaine. I think it was fentanyl powder. And died. You know what I mean? I just met him maybe a week before that. People are dying all the time out here. Stabbed, shot, ran over, overdose. Like, that's life. That's life.
Crazy, man.
It's crazy. So, I mean, I would suggest it's not something for anybody. It's not a life for anybody, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna ask too. Like, if there's any younger viewers watching this, what kind of advice would you guys give them if they're thinking about running the streets or
this shit ain't glamorous.
doing substances?
This shit isn't glamorous. Doing substances sucks too, because once you get started on a substance, that's your everyday life. That's half the shit I'm worried about every day right now. Is me getting my substance, doing what I gotta do to, you know what I mean, stay alive, but getting my substance. And there's nothing glamorous about that shit. That's keeping me in the street. That's keeping me from my kids. I have 2 businesses that I own. I set up over the past 10 years. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about substance. So think about that if you want to let them live in the streets.
What kind of businesses were you running, bro?
I had a business development company and a marketing company. I made 6 figures in 2020. Now I'm out here making enough to get my drugs.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. Are you guys okay with me putting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
For sure. I
And
encourage
just in case some of my subscribers want to reach out to you guys with any sort of help or donations, do you guys have an email or any contact information that you guys want to share?
I mean, I don't really want anybody contacting me.
You can
honestly.
contact me at colossalbusinessdevelopmentgroup@gmail.com.
Do you want to spell it out? Talking to the mic too.
Colossal Business Development Group. I don't want to spell it. It's a long one. Just Colossal Business Development Group@gmail.com.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.